Watch a panel on The View go completely silent as a host asks Bill Clinton a question that you will see what that is right now. This is gonna be a lot of fun, guys. Bill Clinton, as you all know, he's not very much in the limelight nowadays, but he does from time to time love to show his face and often gets paid big money for it when it happens, by the way. I don't know about this time, but just in general, him and Hillary charge so much money for speeches. Same with Barack and Michelle. You know, these people have a career off of basically showing their faces and spouting off stupid left-wing ideologies and things like that. So, you know, I wish I could get paid to do that, but it is what it is. I'm kidding, all right? I would never be a Democrat. With all that being said, we're gonna get right to the show, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But first, like our video and share it around so we can keep bringing you guys this great, hard-hitting content. As always, everybody, I'm your host, Darian, and this is Resist the Mainstream.
Mr. President, Donald Trump will be returning to the White House, unburdened by the pressure of re-election, with sweeping immunity granted to him, I believe, by the Supreme Court, and an alleged enemies list we're hearing. Do you think it would be wise of President Biden to preemptively pardon any potential targets? What about your wife, Hillary Clinton? She apparently is on Kash Patel's list.
For what?
Yeah.
Well, they got a problem with her because first, she didn't do anything wrong.
Of course.
Second, she followed the rules exactly as they were written. Third, Trump's State Department found, they remember how the emails were such a big issue in 2016? Trump's State Department found that Hillary sent and received exactly 0 classified emails on her personal device. It was a made-up, phony story.
Yeah.
Very dishonest wordplay by Clinton over here. It's very important to note that, yeah, none of the emails were marked classified, but guess what? In a report from that State Department, namely from James Comey, who hates Trump, by the way, even though he was in the Trump's administration. Yes, that is kind of weird. I understand that. But James Comey found that there were over 100 emails with classified information inside of them. And he said as much in a press conference he gave in July 6, 2016. Check this out. Here's a quote from the James Comey press conference. From the group of 30,000 emails returned to the State Department, 110 emails and 52 email chains have been determined by the owning agency to contain classified information at the time they were sent or received. 8 of those contained information that was top secret at the time they were sent. 36 chains contained secret information at the time, and 8 contained confidential information, which is the lowest level classification. Separate from those, about 2,000 additional emails were up-classified to make them confidential. The information in those had not been classified at the time the emails were sent. In other words, it is very disingenuous to say that, well, you know, none of them are classified. Okay, and yeah, but there was a bunch of classified information in them. So what does that mean? You can do the math. By the way, guys, if you enjoy this background information and you want more of this kind of thing, please make sure to do us a big favor and hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you so much. We really appreciate it. We can keep bringing you guys this great videos if you subscribe. God bless.
So, you know, I guess if Kash Patel is determined to make one up, he could do it. But I think if President Biden wanted to talk to me about that, I would talk to him about it, but I don't think I should be giving public advice on the pardon power. I think it's a very personal thing, but it is, I hope he won't do that.
Yeah.
Trump, you know, most of us get out of this world ahead of where we'd get if all we got was simple justice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it's normally a fool's errand to spend a lot of time trying to get even.
Yeah, agreed. But if he pardons them, that sort of implies that they did something wrong, which they didn't.
I completely agree with Behar with her first part, not the second part though, because they obviously did do something wrong. And Bill Clinton is implicitly kind of admitting as much himself when he says, well, you know, if Biden would like to talk about it, then I will speak with him. And I did not have sexual relations with that woman. And kidding about the second part, but seriously, they definitely think that there is something they did wrong and there's something they could get prosecuted on. Otherwise, why would they be talking about a pardon? They would laugh it off the face of the planet. And, you know, maybe in part, they're a little bit scared because Democrats, as we all know, are very good at making up crimes and putting people on phony trials for them. I won't say who, because I think it's pretty dang obvious who I might be suggesting and implying right now. All that to say, maybe they're afraid that that power is going to come back to bite them. I don't know if it will, because honestly, in my personal opinion, I think people in the Republican Party are frankly just too chicken to actually do anything or exercise political power. But hey, Maybe I will be proven wrong, and God willing, I will be, because the GOP needs a spine and they need it quick. I will say, something I do like about Bill Clinton is that he is refreshingly a bit more honest than most people in the Democrat Party. Ironically enough, given, the lies his administration was marked under. Check this out, and you'll see what I mean.
How are you sleeping now? What's going to happen now?
I'm sleeping better now because I did everything I could for the alternative.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I also think it's important for everybody to just take a deep breath and say, unlike in 2016, there was no outside influence like the FBI director interfering at the last moment in violation of 70 years of policy. And it changed 5% overnight. In my lifetime, I've never seen a poll change 5% overnight. So anybody that says that he didn't give Trump the election, needs
Think about it again.
Yeah. But
Poll changed by 5% overnight. Yeah, which poll, Bill? Was it the poll that with the New York Times saying that Donald Trump had a 99% chance of losing? 99.9% that Hillary wins, 0.01% that Trump wins, then all of a sudden they shift it conveniently in real time during election night because they realized they totally got proven wrong and just looked ridiculous? Was it that poll? But you'll see the next part, he actually does say something that is interesting, so you'll see.
But this time, Donald Trump won the race fair and square, I think.
What do you mean you think?
Well, I mean, I'm not like him. I have to have proof, some evidence to make a charge. So as far as I know, he won it. And there are a lot of reasons why.
Yeah.
But, and look, I grew up in Trump country. And my native state, Arkansas, moved as far to the right from 2008 through 2016 as any country, any state in the country. And they had these great little, the Trump people had these great little Facebook clubs that had answers to what all our friends were saying to them in the campaigns. So these are hard-fought campaigns, and the people on both sides care a lot about politics, and there's a lot more of this going on in rural America than you may think, where people are discussing these issues in a very sophisticated way.
Notice something right there. It's really easy to miss, but it's very apparent if you pay attention. Bill Clinton not only compliments the other side and gives them some credit, he gives a sincere remark about them and how he feels about them, saying that they have a sophisticated approach to politics and how they view these policies. That is a very smart thing to do politically, all right? And if you ever want to convince people to come over to your side, and the Democrats should want to do that, given that they're losing people who used to vote for them, America's working class, especially in the non-suburban parts of the country, being chief among those people, Clinton knows the game. And that's why he did so well back when he was running for president. Meanwhile, you have very much stupider Democrats, one could say, like Kamala Harris or even Bill's wife, Hillary, for instance, who will sit there and just insult these people, demean, call them a basket of deplorables, racist, sexist, misogynist, Islamophobic, all the usual stupid insults. And people just get turned off and say, you know what? Screw you. I'm not dealing with this. Bill is very smart with how he plays this game, and if Democrats are smart, they'll copy him. But if any Democrat asks, guys, you just tell them, Bill Clinton, terrible political strategy. Don't listen to him. Kamala Harris, she knew exactly what she was doing. Do anything she says. That's what we got to tell them, all right, folks?
And why they look at it the way they do. So I think what we have to do is to observe a peaceful transfer of power, stand up for what we believe, and work together when we can.
Absolutely.
I do not think we should just be jamming them, even though
we don't know.
They do that to us a lot. I think it's a mistake.
Well, everybody, that wraps up our clip for today. What'd you think? Obviously Bill Clinton was saying some things that were kind of disingenuous, misleading, and straight lies, but I do think there were some interesting points to be made, and there's something you can learn about what a skillful politician he is. What do y'all think, though? Comment below. I want to hear your thoughts, and we'll see everybody again soon. God bless.